The quality of League of Legends skins and recent champion releases have hit rock bottom. The countless skins we've gotten this year alone that have not been up to standard is insane. And also the champions and VGUs we've got have less care and details in them than champions from 10 years ago. Why is this? Is it just Riot being greedy, trying to maximize their profits after spending 250 million on Arcane? Short answer, yes. But the real reason is a bit more complicated than it really is on the surface. But ultimately, it still goes back to saving money. I've been talking about this issue in my previous videos a lot, but I never really made a full video about it. And there are things I never talked about yet that I think will bring some new light to why Riot Games quality has been going down. And if you like these Yap videos, please be sure to subscribe. I need to feed myself. Especially you, Brian. You haven't subbed yet? Subscribe now. Riot used to be a company that poured their souls into skins. Skins were more than just cosmetics. They were love letters to the champions themselves. But as you've noticed recently, something has felt off. And I'm not just talking about the $200 cash grab chromas and exalted skins. No, this is about a deeper shift. A quality drop that even the most loyal skin collectors are noticing. And nothing shows this shift better than the recent San Usal Mordekaiser skin drama. But that situation actually gives us a lot of insight on what's actually going on at Riot Games. Riot revealed the new Exalted Mordekaiser skin over a month ago. That was supposed to be the ultimate fantasy for lore nerds and Mordekaiser players. And then they gave us a half-assed legendary skin for the small price of $250. Like, bro, they couldn't even green screen Mordekaiser properly in the cinematic. This Mordekaiser skin was barely even worth a legendary skin. A $250 skin using default animations is wild. Also, the only thing that evolved, which is a huge part of Ultimate skins and these gacha skins, was the mace. And his armor when he ulted. For only $250. So after the deserved negative feedback from the community, they decided to pull back on the release of this gacha skin, which I kinda have to give credit for Riot here. They could have just released this half-assed skin and call it a day, because it still would have been crazy profitable anyway, even with it being half-assed. But still, this shouldn't have been the case in the first place. But now they have revealed the new, fixed Mordekaiser Exalted skin, and credit where credit is due, it is way better now. Like, they were able to put a lot of cool additions to the skin in a very short time. That should have been there in the first place, as he now finally has 2 permanent forms throughout the game, not just one form with the mace evolving 3 times. The first form actually looks sick as fuck, with a lot of cool additions like VFX and model changes. Even the mace got a new model, which is cool as hell. Now his second form, after casting ultimate 4 times, is the same form as he had before he ulted in the first iteration of the skin. I don't know what the plan originally was, to have a cool form for Mordekaiser, just to be there for like max 10 seconds, but they still did it again with his third form. The third form occurs when he ults or gets a kill in his ultimates, which now is basically a recolor of the second form, but it kinda looks heavy as fuck. And he got some additional music for the skin as well. But I think the biggest addition is the small details within the skin. I have to give a huge shout out to Exoll for these ones, because I wouldn't have been able to find these myself. Bro, Exoll is becoming the new Vandiril, but just for like League animations. Now Mordekaiser's animations feel more like he's a heavy human and not just, well, a 1000 kilo tuna can. He now has more VFX in all of his models with the addition of trails, smaller animations that make his attacks and abilities smoother. Q animation now actually looks fucking heavy as fuck, where he jumps in the sky and Qs you. Very cool addition. And also they even added a stomp VFX under his feet, showing that yes, this man is indeed heavy as fuck. If you want to know more about the cool additions to the new skin, I highly recommend Exoll's video about the new Mordekaiser skin. So the quality of the skin got dramatically better. Still not worth the price point, of course, but I'd say it's pretty close to all the ultimate skins, but it's for sure better than the last ultimate skin we got. And this skin drama actually opens up a lot about what has been happening internally at Riot Games, but there's also another thing we have to talk about that has also gotten affected, and that is the new champion releases and the LeBlanc VGU. The newest champions, Melan and Bessa, on the surface look pretty much on par with the quality of new champions. But when you take a closer look, Riot has taken a time machine back 10 years. No facial animations, recycled animations, and the removal of small quality of life animations that even champions back in the day had. Like, for example, turret auto attacks. Same goes for LeBlanc. Even though she does have facial animations, yippee, she also is missing a lot of the key animations that even old champions or skins have. Again, there's a very good Exoll video about these exact things. Bro, am I just becoming an Exoll simp? Bro, I love you videos. But all these things I just talked about, animations, skin fantasy, and consistency, are the biggest problems we've seen with these new League products. So, what is going on at Riot? Why all of a sudden all the skins, champions, and other products have been going down in quality, and quite significantly as well? Well, it's the culmination of multiple things, first of them being the layoffs. No surprise, this is the biggest part of the equation, and it's had the biggest impact on the skin quality. Less artists working on a skin means that some writers have to work twice as much or twice as long on a singular product than previously before. The second reason is restricted creativity. Now that seasons are tied to thematic events, Riot also decided to tie skins to the thematic as well, which was the worst idea ever. It restricts creativity big time when all the champions are pre-picked for the thematic, plus all the skins have to follow the same theme. That's why we got the Noxian skin lines. It just doesn't make any sense. And that is also the reason why the April Fool skins are the best looking skins of the year. They weren't creatively restricted to a specific skin line, and they could make the best skin possible for the champion they picked. Mostly following the champion first, skin later method that I've been talking about on this channel a lot. And Riot really should be using that method more. The third reasoning is cost cutting. Surprise, surprise, we are going back to the money. The recent champions and VGUs we've gotten have some of their core animations stripped away that older champions would have. But these things are so minuscule, like facial animations, that Riot basically just said, wait, hold on, we could be saving a little bit of money here if we don't add these animations. Nobody will ever know, man. And in most cases, they are right. No casual player will ever in their lifetime notice that these animations are missing. But to some players, it just shows that Riot isn't as passionate about making a cool finished product anymore. Like me. And the fourth, and this is the biggest reasoning why the quality has been going down while being combined with the layoffs, is hard deadlines. Now that we have a full timeline on what's happening in League of Legends for this year with seasons and acts, that means that Riot also has to hit those deadlines. Because now the themes of the map are tied to, for example, the Battle Pass skin lines, or the map is tied to the VGU like LeBlanc. That means that all of these things had to be finished and shipped out at the exact same time. And this is insanity because, remember, they originally said that they are releasing 12 exalted fucking skins that are supposed to be ultimate skin quality, while also having over 500 people laid off. Like, they just can't be like, oh guys, the LeBlanc VGU needs a little bit of more time, like the Skarner rework that was a year delayed, but hey, at least that was a finished product. Because the map is most likely gonna be changing soon to a new thematic, so it would be weird if we'd be getting a LeBlanc VGU while the map is like, I don't know, like Ionia or Pilswater or something. Like, it would make no sense at all. And I think the best way to compare this situation would be the modern film industry and CGI in those films. I'm very passionate about that as well, so that's why I'm comparing to this. Like, do you feel like, let's say, 10 years ago, the CGI in films looked way better than in today's time, even though the tech has advanced and more money is put into these films? Well, it's the same thing that's happening at Riot. The companies are cutting costs and are trying to maximize profits over stuff looking good. The deadlines have gotten tighter and tighter, and the CGI artists are overworking like crazy, just because it's easier to do it in post. These artists working at Riot are just overworked, and it is impossible for them to hit these hard deadlines. And on top of that, they're also told, actually don't make this animation, because we need to save some money. And these 4 things are the reason why we've been getting such low quality products. Layoffs, restricted creativity, cost cutting on animations, and hard deadlines pretty much affect all products in League of Legends, from skins to champion VGUs. The artists that are working on these products do not wanna release half-assed stuff, but they are just not given enough time to actually make their fantasies come true. The biggest example is the Mordekaiser gacha skin, but we've also seen this with Battle Academia Zaya, for example, that had her animations recycled, not having a unique home guard animation, and the recall not being the same quality as previous Battle Academia skins. And then they later on fixed the home guard animation for that skin. Loki, it just looks uglier now. But if you would just give these amazing artists and animators enough time, they could be making something amazing. Like they did with the new Mordekaiser Exalted skin, when they were given enough time. At the end of the day, Riot is a company that is trying to make a profit, but they have to realize a lot of us have played the game close to a decade. If you give us stuff that is not on par to the things that came out 10 years ago, we will see that. And on top of that, it feels extremely insulting to the loyal players. So, my fix to all of this would be delaying the Exalted skins, make 2x less of them as initially planned. I mean, of course I would prefer them removing them, but I don't think that's an option. Give the animators and artists more freedom when it comes to skin creation. Do not let them be stuck creatively with one theme on a champ that already has the same theme. Use the champion's first skin later method more. I know they can't do it for every single skin, but it would be nice to see it more in the future. And lastly, do not release half-assed stuff. I don't know how many more delays and BBE fixes we need to actually show Riot that yes, we do care about the skins that we buy. Like, we do appreciate the work these writers actually put into these skins. And Riot should know this. So maybe next time, when Riot wants to sell a gacha skin disguised as a legendary skin, or a legendary skin disguised as an epic skin, they should ask one question. Would this skin make the player proud to own it? What do you guys think about this whole Riot skin drama and skins getting worse? Do you think Riot will actually listen and make quality stuff again? Or do you think they will become the next Blizzard? Let me know down in the comments below, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.